Oh,
Hi, I'm here with Ciara Cartwright, and Ciara was in my very first money group, which ended in January, right? January, was it, Ciara?
January.
Well, Ciara, why don't you introduce yourself and your business?
All right. My name is Ciara Cartwright. The name of my business is Unstoppable Development. I help small businesses with their business development and their brand positioning efforts, and I really enjoy it.
Great. Now, was that what you were doing when we started working together?
No, I wasn't. I was on kind of our GAC vision board when we were discussing. I said I wanted to be a director of marketing for small businesses, and I gave myself a little bit of an upgrade. I was doing virtual assistant work.
Okay. Well, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what, before we started working together, what was going on? How did you know that you had a money block?
I knew that I wanted to start a business, but when I actually needed to get paid for what the work I was doing, I was having a difficult time accepting payment.
Okay.
I think one of the times in particular, for about 3 months, I worked for a friend who needed my services, and she would have to force pay me, and I wouldn't accept payment. And it's not like I am inherently, I have a ton of money just lying around. I just would rather not accept payment.
Wow, that's a tough thing to work with, especially if you're going to have a business. And anything else about, I'm thinking there were like, were you actively getting out and trying to get clients or was something holding you back there too? I seem to remember something about that.
All right. So I would go so far to network, possibly do the GAC, then either get sick when it was time to send a proposal, or somehow find a way to back out. I also realized that they're self-sabotage. And I also, you made a presentation, or somebody made a presentation about the negative connotations that we have with money in some of US like mainstream culture. And I realized that I thought that if I had money, I was greedy.
Oh, yeah. So you don't want to have money if you're going to be greedy, right? So of course that gets in the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we worked together in the group. What actually made you decide to go ahead and join that group?
Well, you made me feel very at ease. But I think what made me decide was I had been consistently working for a while and my income hadn't adjusted. And I had savings, and I said, if you keep doing it on this route, you're going to run out of your savings too. And so why not use that as an investment for personalized coaching? And when I realized that money was one of the first steps I could take, that's when I wanted to talk with you. And it was like, just take my money. So how quickly can we do this?
And I had worked through my own block, so I was able to accept that. And then we started. Well, so were there any surprises for you in the group?
Yes. I think it's, what is it called? Shared benefits?
Borrowing benefits.
Borrowing benefits.
Yeah, when you tapped on somebody else's issues and then your stuff changes.
I loved how if I did not have a hot seat that week, I still, whatever I came to class with or the session with, I was able to work on it. That's what I think was amazing. And the circle of trust. And sometimes you got a little personal, and it still helped us. Like, there wasn't any judgment. It felt safe. I also realized I started making money like during the class. Wow, before graduation. What did you say?
Tell me about that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I was making great income up until COVID. like I was making I think I had like a 5K month February. So that would have been 1 month after graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been after I spent like 2 or 3 weeks in Argentina. And so I was still able to like make money, balance clients, welcome people in.
And this was a change for you.
This was a change for me. So even though when COVID hit, I did kind of like recoil a bit. I did naturally lose clients because of they were scared, and then I became afraid, and some of my money issues kicked back up. But then from our training, I was able to identify my money repelling patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I remember specifically, I started having migraines when one time I had migraine right before our meeting, and I decided to show up for class anyway, and we tapped, and I was able to, the migraine disappeared.
I remember that.
So there was 2 things. One, the migraine could have been resistance to change or like overwhelm.
Yeah.
And also it could have been tapping helped to release that stress that was there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one thing that I realized, like, what you decide to focus on has a definite effect on your income.
Yeah. And as I recall that session, as we tapped, there was this resistance to letting the money in, to being successful. And the migraine was to prevent that from happening, so to keep you safe, keep you small.
Yes.
And we tapped on that, and the migraine went from, I don't know, was it 6 or 7 down to 0?
Yeah, it did. It went down.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So any other changes to tell us about since working? I mean, you changed, you got into the thing you wanted to do.
I did. So now, not only have I been more willing to let go of clients that no longer serve some of my desires and my passions that aren't fully aligned, I trust that when I let go, it makes room for more. Yeah. And I know that has a direct impact with tapping that we had. And I don't remember the full things, but it allowed me to live less in fear. And also, I had some shifts. It made me more resilient. I don't know how else to say it. Like,
okay.
That's the end of it. So I've been able to recoup the income that I made right after our graduation. And right now, I also am at the point of the reason why I'm happy where I am right now is because the steps that I want to take, I'm looking for more fulfillment. So it's not just that I'm looking for, like, I'm in a place where I can pay my bills, and I'm in a place where I can like treat myself to a nice pair of shoes if I want to, right? Yeah. So, but the next steps I want to take are more passion projects, but I'm willing to get paid for that. And so that I know wouldn't have happened had we had not worked together.
Wonderful. So what would you say to somebody who is sitting on the fence about joining the Money Solutions program?
Let her swipe your account real quick. Now, pay the woman, but because don't just sign up. Like, know that it's a worthwhile investment. And some of these programs that we sign up for, we're not expecting a return on investment for 6 months or whatever, but I know that I was able to network and send out proposals within a week of our first session. So your return on investment is almost immediate.
Thank you so much. Ciara, I'm so glad for all the changes you've had and all the growth and movement forward in your life, as well as letting the money in. That's so good. Thank you, Ciara.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.